be finishing the quest from yesterday. I just want to get through this as quick as possible.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries?
You're lucky you didn't...
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by... I have no intention of speaking. Pull a trick like that again.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a
You live up to your name, Granny Eatsley. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
You're investigating the battle?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. I heard that the great shaman, Huitzilin, if I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, with your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be...
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help.
I'm honored.
Save it!
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you? Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. You decide the angle of your investigation.
All right. Alier, you had an idea about where to start.
Oh, well...
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to official...
You don't seem...
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about.
But how?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never...
But Molo said the two of you were close friends.
Close friends? More like arch-rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? All students from Huitzili's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle. Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me. Of course, none of them ever succeeded. So, after Huitzili's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough. my rival, Weezilin only had one achievement that surpassed my own. And that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal. It makes perfect sense.
Oh.
Anyway, don't misunderstand. This... Excuse you? Why?
Excuse me, Great Shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Weezilin used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more.
Weezilin was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful?
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to add.
Of course it took place. Why?
Yo, please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days...
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my... able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Weezilin was a passionate teacher. We were still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop, we should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm...
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high...
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go...
Is there a problem?
Most of Weezilin's students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor. Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, Traveler. Fine. I said I'd help, so I'll help.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Granny Eatsley? What is she doing?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take...
Oh, it's like they really do...
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
You talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire
What?
All I want is to ask...
So, you're here to...
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it?
We should just run!
Yeah, with the hero of
Sure.
Oh, it's the Traveler and her
We wanted to ask about the technique.
So you can eradicate our school
Disciples of our school have
Well, you're not...
If we want to protect our legacy.
Not this again.
Hey! I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into What? You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need...
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to...
We're not getting anywhere. Which...
Huh? Oh.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have...
Did Elder Tlapo...
From what I can tell,
Is Elder Talapo telling us to...
That's...
You forget yourselves, my friends.
But
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place.
Understood. Now, however... So, mine?
Good thing Elder Tlapo and Chief... Hi there, Elder Tlapo! Hey, he seems...
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Tlapo appointed us...
Elder Talapo, huh? He's still claw to me. Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Witzelim's Saurian companion back then. She only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She would...
Well, you've lived a long time. You've
the more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh.
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the... I still haven't made up my mind, so you...
Hey there, Chief Biram. Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the...
I'm just...
Actually, we have good news. We found enough...
I'm all...
It's the Battle of Seven...
Wheatzilian's claim to fame? That sounds promising.
True, but Granny Easterly...
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past.
Hey, don't complain. None of...
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the specials.
It is my duty, great.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So...
If I may, this task, memory, is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great... I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsley. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that.
I get your point. Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it... No.
Huh?
It's not important.
You have my thanks.
Alright. Alright, time to put some people up. Beat them up, give me the information. Four.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, but that's not why I'm here.
Fine.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven...
Of course. It's our...
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question...
I did hear people arguing about...
It's disgraceful. How can they question...
It doesn't surprise me. Navland has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outland. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witness...
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related...
Listen, we know you are rivals, but you...
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatzelim was proud enough to pass it on to her disciples.
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it.
Yeah, no objections there. But
What's...
Master's body of work is massive. Master had no... So even... Actually...
But if they inherited...
Well, it's the only...
All right.
I'll mark it out on your...
To be honest, I'm not up. That's because the...
Proving...
Nothing we can do
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business, personal interest in this as well. I'm drunk.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll week. You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of an...
Respected Traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra!
What makes you say that?
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like the...
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop. And by figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the Shaman family.
Think so? That's wrong. What makes you say that?
Hello, are you a shaman?
Yep, that's me. Huh?
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eastly. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your...
Okay, so your family studied...
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's The techniques my family learned from Huitzilian didn't have much practical... Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that... Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of the... After all, Huitzilian was...
Do you know which techniques were...
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember...
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember...
Decide the outcome of a battle? Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. You might have better luck.
Well, looks like we're back where we...
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven...
All we have are...
Then we have to keep...
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven...
Yeah, you know...
Not a lot, but there's something... Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shaman. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is...
We don't need another story. We need...
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
Well, it's Huitzilian's personal account of the events, so, for example, in the version I heard, the battle took place...
That means you can tell us where to find it!
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon.
Could your ancestors be mistaken?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Huitzilin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, That's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostet cave?
Oh, yes? Can I...
It's been more than 200 years.
What do you mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostet cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Wheat Ceiling was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Sweet Lolly? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power it's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are
I see.
There's also its sister work. It's opened the door to a new genre. Actually, Yai Publishing House released a limited edition not too...
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire...
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre... Of course. Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
Well, I'm sure Miss Sitlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me to work through the night?
Well, what do you think, traveler? Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night.
He's persistent, huh?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend. That's only because I have important...
All right, as...
Sorry. I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied with my answer?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that scared of her?
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, thanks for today, Sweet Lolly.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years?
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over. Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind-reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Whoa, this is like a secret base!
Sometimes I want the... Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks. Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand. It might take a little longer, actually. And... you're not wrong. Oh, hold on! Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Oh, please work, please. Okay, what about now? Huh? And now? Huh. Whenever I try to that was just to help with... For a human soul to
Wait,
Anyway...
Hearing the Traveler's thoughts isn't...
It's just... Sorry, I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach.
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so...
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its but it doesn't last. With the passing of the season, even if that's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day. Just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years. Until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them.
See, Lolly.
You won't live as long as me. Then you should understand.
Is some...
Stupid mind reading.
Okay, she's definitely drunk.
I'm just gotta...
Uh-oh, not this...
I'm...
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us?
Bye!
Alright!
We should, take a break after all that running around. Bring it!
knows if Seat Lolly...
Ahem.
Seat Lolly!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to... Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a...
So that's why...
Traveler, great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Just follow me.
Of course.
This should be it.
So the battlefield is inside this place.
That could explain a lot of our academic...
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual...
Everyone ready?
So the Abyss
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening.
All the items here should be useful for our...
You're not to touch a single one.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Wow, you're really invested.
Grudok, send some of your men to search the area.
All the bases.
Don't jump to conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual...
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
Whoa, we passed straight through!
It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the...
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
Enough chit-chat. We should... we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now?
Oh, you're right. We can keep going now.
Get to work! Return to the skies!
Wait, what was that? What is it?
Look! A maze made of colors.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space.
Huh?
No. This is a space constructed using memories, correct? Wheat ceiling?
What?
No.
Friends, this is my question. After all, that is why, with our memories, I have discovered the perfect medium for us to, the more cherished the guided by vibrant colors, without that capacity. So, be brave, my...
Any ideas, Sweet Lolly?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. Show no mercy! Take me up!
There are monsters here too?
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago. Teamwork is dreamwork! Huh? You two! Time to end them! Get to work!
What's with these color-changing blocks? You and Sweet Lolly fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics.
Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them. Hey there! Show no mercy! Yeah! Yeah! Ha! 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 Lolly! Eat Papa! Get him! Yeah!
was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad, I'll give her that.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
We're out! Looks like we...
Hold on. This...
Whoa, so pretty! The thing is...
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special...
That color.
The dye was modified used... Without that power, it's just a normal dye. I would say this is the most direct evidence that...
The expert has spoken!
Perhaps I could take a closer look?
No, you may not.
What are you doing?
You noticed my signal. Not bad, traveler.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research.
Shut it! I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of...
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took...
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant? Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this... But make no mistake. I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat. But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the...
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demand...
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who... Even more miraculous. That substance dates back hundreds...
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work! You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too...
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan.
That goes against all of Fontaine's...
What if I give you a portion of the profit?
You're trying to bribe me? Careful.
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry. But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the... I will never accept that someone from this backwoods, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years...
Even when the truth is right in...
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the print. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful.
That plan hasn't changed. You mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And from a practical perspective, there's no reason for...
Shows what you...
Since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one...
The wrath of... I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Huitzilin was your rival. You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more revered than you. Now, with the backing of the printing industry, I can take any... And in my version...
That's not real...
That's a no, then?
Done running your mouth?
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
That's right.
Wait! Aren't you subordinates of the...
The captain! United in the pursuit of Mora, We travel the land.
We're greater.
The captain means nothing to them.
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning.
I don't care who you serve. When it...
Attack!
Let's move.
All right, hear the echoes of the valley.
Everybody stand back! Ow, ow, ow! Show no mercy! Suffer the wrath of Eatley!
I slipped up. No escape.
Coming at you.
This isn't fair. You can't run from death.
That's what you get for messing with the hero of...
When did this person get so strong? Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth.
Hey, what about our contract?
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's from... Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory.
You...
The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow.
What? This whole place is...
We're supposed to wait until I made it out.
That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off. Ah!
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll...
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss.
Wait, don't!
Where are we? Back in the maze? Good point. She'll know how... Let's see. See, Lolly! Looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do? The special color? Oh. You're right.
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question, if you cannot escape in time, it's mutual.
I knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about... Can you help?
You misunderstand, Lolly. I'm not...
What do you mean? This space can... You just need to tell me how to...
The maze you saw earlier was constructed when people leave deep impressions. These connections, that is how... But this space is a combination of my color and your memories, because there are no connections at your...
Over 200 years. And not a single...
Well, at the very least...
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace.
See, Lolly.
But your special technique.
So you figured...
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain... But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win... I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here.
See, Lolly.
You...
That color is more specific in truth. Yes. You are so I wanted to leave...
Your color.
One day. You
I have to get out of here.
Lolly, what are you?
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of...
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas. Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory, I can... After 200... The Night Kingdom... This means that
What did you say?
Although she doesn't know how to wield it, that was enough to... Well, Lolly.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Lolly's voice!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than...
Wheat Sealing.
Lolly!
Paimon! Traveler! Hold my hand.
Did we teleport out? Woo! We made it! Wonder what happened to the
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh? They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably were...
Hello.
It's one of Montluçon's employees! Quick!
I can explain. I had no idea Montluçon was such a terrible person. I'm so glad you
Either way, the guards will take you back to the trial.
I understand.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you.
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
That way? Unless you... Traveler.
All right.
The show begins! Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Victomis.
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
My bank balance! No! No!
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate. It's particularly effective on weak...
Serves him right.
I know, it was a lot.
Was that a declaration?
Forget about him for now. The Ectomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape.
Right, the special scroll. But the
Don't worry, Witzeline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Oh, and Traveler? Everything I knew you'd want to Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Wheat Sealing's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Sweet Lolly?
Follow me.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven...
Fine. What is it? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real...
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe. That death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know? Because we give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of...
I know that, but...
As your friend. I don't have long, Sipali. Oh, I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now...
Just this once. I understand now, Wheat Sealing. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon?
I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. And fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
I knew you.
This is the special scroll. Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to... The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one...
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people.
Traveler. The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories. Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave, even though I only confirmed that today. Well,
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. After all, I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point. This time, though, you... Take this. I guess...
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in... Since you have a long life, just keep it safe.
Whoa. It's a little...
Isn't that what
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Seat Lolly.
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind reading? Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people, although I didn't know it at the time. And that connection is what caused my...
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts, because you left traces of color and that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too.
Quick thinking. But only those... That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts. There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works...
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connect. So, after everything we just went through, I knew it. Since the connection between our... It'll probably take some time, though. So, besides, I'm an open book. A shame? I mean, if... No promise...
Ah, You did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed.
Wow! The scroll is finished already!
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain.
I see.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things. You completed your task.
All right, we'll leave.
And please, we interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended. And it turns out he is the reason some among our... He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing. We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authority.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their hit.
Until we meet...
You told him everything, right?
Yep.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits. I guess he...
There you are! I've been looking at...
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't...
Please, call me Allier. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I'd like to ask some questions about Huitziline. I want people outside of Natland to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Huh! Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity, I assure you. I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Important plans?
Oh, thank you very much.
Another day, another drained social battery. Hold on. You owe me a pair of...
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a...
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not... But I don't need them right away.
Of course! We'll get them sent...
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want to...
And this is?
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking.
Just what will we come across this time?
I won't hold you back. There's still a long... Gonna be epic. All right, take a deep breath and grit your teeth. Time to shine. All right, let me brave names echo. I'm going in. Let's light it up. Watch out, coming at ya. Hiya. Ha. Ah. Cha. How brilliant. Add Astro. Thank you for Add Astro.